that man on screen, Shane Sharafridi, has been exceptional all tournament. Wonderful economy rate, always threatening.
Here we go. Nicely bowled on target. What excites you about Shane Afridi then, Dirk?
Just his aggression. I really enjoy the way he's always threatening right from the start. There isn't a bad ball. And so often in the power play of a T20 game, you bowl lots of width or you'll bowl the odd bad ball. He just doesn't seem to do it.
First runs on the board for Multan Sultans. We've got Chris Lynn on the mic. Chris, good afternoon to you. A wonderful opportunity here for your team to put in a strong performance for a semi-final position.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. It's obviously great to be out here in the afternoon, get a bit of sun. But yeah, it's a big game for us. Obviously, we can get through with one result, but we'd like to get a bit of momentum. We were disappointing last game, so it'd be nice to bounce back and then carry a little bit of form, hopefully into the semi-finals.
And you look down the team sheet, Chris, and you find that a couple of your nemesis aren't on the bowling attack for the opposition.
I know. I didn't actually know their lineup till about a couple of minutes ago, so I would have slept a bit better last night, I reckon, if I'd have known that earlier. But no, look, they got the privilege of resting players, so it's a great opportunity for the guys, the rest of the squad, to step in for the Multan team. And yeah, it's we're still going to have to play a good cricket because, as everyone knows, Premiership's a one-off squad, not just a playing 11.
Does that throw a bit of your planning out, having such a vastly different side that you're up against versus what you would have been planning for in the previous days?
I guess we didn't really play our best cricket last match, so I think for us it's probably look in, not out. What I mean by that is obviously focus on our own game rather than the opposition. You know, if we do all the little things, you know, we might come, you know, we're going to do the 1%ers and then you go to a long way to winning a match then. So more focus is on us, and if we execute our plans, you never know. But yeah, it does make planning probably a little bit more difficulty, but anyway, it is what it is.
Now I notice that you just keep talking over the ball as though nothing's happening. Your heart rate just stays the same.
Oh, look, mate, you got to enjoy it, don't you? I just hope Moeen doesn't hear me as they're running in. But it's quite a funny feeling without the crowd involved. But yeah, look, I've first and foremost got to thank the crowds that have come out to all the PSL games. They've been exceptional. Obviously, my first time to Pakistan, and how loud they've been is you know, it's very warming and welcoming.
Fantastic stuff from Chris. Chris, thanks so much. Chris Lynn mic'd up here on a very crucial game for this Lahore Qalandars team. And Ramiz, just wonderful to hear his thoughts on the crowds.
That's right, yeah, they've been outstanding. Oh, and that's an outstanding delivery as well. Yorker cleaning up Moeen Ali up front early. Decimated the stumps, absolutely demolished the stumps. What a delivery.
Well, this is exceptional. No crowd, same celebration though. We've seen it all tournament. That is as good a Yorker as you're going to get. Just a little bit of away movement. That's why he's been so good. And that's a Joe Dot fastest delivery of the day. 143 kilometres. Ali out for one, it's 2 for 1.
Early arrival of the skipper. What a delivery from Shaheen Shah Afridi. An out-swinging Yorker. Handle that. Take that. Massive delivery. Have a look at the late movement. It shaped in, and then after pitching, it left him. Brilliant.
Looking at the way that ball, the trajectory of that ball, you would say that Moeen Ali played that superbly. Just looked like a straight one into the pads, clip off the feet for 4. Not if that man had anything to do with it. Just a little bit of late movement and standard celebration. 12 wickets now in the PSL for Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's had a stellar tournament.
Bit of off-spin for the left-hander to handle.
Oh, Bolly. Hard, fucker.
Only a single. Chris, what about that delivery?
It had a bit of Dirk Nanners about it, didn't it? Oh, yeah, but mate, I reckon you're doing well if you'd hit that.
I don't think I ever moved the ball that much.
Yeah, mate, he's been a consistent performer for us, so I have no doubt we'll be trying to hunt him down for a Big Bash team.
He comes across as a shy individual, Chris, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Is he talking much in the dugout?
He's actually, as an overseas player, he, you know, a lot of players struggle with English, but he's actually got really good English, so I communicate really well with him, and he's quite open and has a bit of a laugh. But no, he's been great around the group. He's you know, really taken on that leadership as being the spearhead in the group, and yeah, he's a fantastic player, and he actually wants to try and get up the batting order, so that's what he's been pushing for.
Is communication an issue in a side like yours?
It's not too bad, not too bad. Catch it, please. Thank you.
Another one gone.
The crowd goes wild.
Wow. What a start by Qalandars. They needed this couple of early blows, and Multan Sultan's on the back foot. It's the skipper who's gone.
Catch it, please. Not my normal reaction. Man, that's trying to turn that onto leg side for a couple of runs. And rightfully delighted because Ishan's been so threatening throughout the tournament. Good catch running forward. Jubilee, safe hands catch. Ishan's got to go. It's 4 for 2.
Come on, Hafiz. Yeah. Come on, pad now. Pad now.
Perfect start for Lahore Qalandars. They've got both the openers back in the pavilion, and it's Shan Masood, the captain, alongside the overseas pro Ravi Bopara, to try to repair the situation. But what a start for the home side, Ramiz.
Very good catch as well.
Come on.
Hafiz has got
Come on, Professor, find
a
three.
sensational record against the left-handers.
Catch it.
Big shot inside out dry will earn him a 4.
Well, Professor.
So something to break this hold of the Qalandars, breaking the shackles.
Just trying to turn that ball to leg and get a couple of runs. I wonder if that's just an indication of the way this pitch is playing. A little bit slow, holding up in the pitch, bringing about the leading edge. This is a different looking pitch to the ones that we've seen here so far across this tournament. Looks a little older, a little more tired.
Yeah, got to slip in place now.
Oh, Bolly.
Good call for 2. You've got to take your runs on offer here. and be able to rotate the strike well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading it as a flaky surface now suddenly because the ball is sticking into the 22 yards, a lot of cracks, but I still would categorize it as a batting strip more than a bowling surface. Short ball put away, Shan Masood looking to attack, and so far so good. 11 for 2.
So many ways you can watch the PSL action. Coming back for 2 again. Let's have a look at that LBW. Wow. Just tickling the top of the stumps. Maybe well worth it. A question to the skipper.
Pakistan Super League official YouTube channel. You have to subscribe. Fantastic content and exclusive stuff you won't see anywhere else. Live streaming partners, cricketgateway.com, crickwick.net at Meena, and in India, sportstiger.com. Well, Ramiz, at the toss, Shan Masood spoke to you about momentum. But what happens if you lose here? How do you regain that heading into a very crucial couple of days coming up now in this competition?
I would have been hesitant introducing new lot just before the all-important semi-final tie. You don't want to experiment a lot. Just stick with what you've got that have earned you victories and momentum. And we know that winning momentum and rhythm is hard to get in T20 cricket. 4 changes were made by Multan Sultans, trying out a few bench players.
Yeah, the flip side of that, Ramiz, would be that the likes of Tanveer and Afridi, they've been struggling to play back-to-back games. Afridi in particular. Quick scramble. Get in, but muffled appeal. So I don't mind the idea of resting those older guys. But this is a wholesale change today. This is basically, they're replacing their entire bowling attack. And just wonder what sort of effect that will have.
Qalandars making just one change. Farzan Raja is a leggy, reintroduced in the playing 11.
When I spoke to Sohail Tanveer the other day, he said the key to their success has been experience. He's not there today. Neither is Tahir. If there was a day for Lahore to beat Multan, it's today. Ball-by-ball action on crickandjiff.com. Also some fantastic content from our official statistician, Mazza. So enjoy that, crickandjiff.com.
That's free Edward. You can't be doing that.
He's brilliant at what he does.
He can be horrendous at times.
Come on, steady on, guys.
No, he's good. He's decent. 14 for 2 after 3.
What are you saying, Dirk doesn't have any muscles?
There has been a bit of banter in the commentary box, though. Listen, I mean, you could really turn things on here today. We know how you like getting going, especially in the power play. So excited about the opportunity to play a big hand today?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think obviously being a day game, generally it's batting friendly. The wicket looks like it's holding up a little bit, but yeah, I think, you know, throughout the tournament I've got a lot of starts, so if I can capitalise on a couple of those starts and turn those sort of 20s and 30s into 70s, 80s, 90s will be ideal. We've seen how Ben Dunk's done it throughout the season, and it's you know, obviously they're match-winning knocks, so I'll be looking to dig deep today, but yeah, I do take that element of risk when I bat though, so yeah, if I get that early risk out of the way, then I'll be okay.
Nice bowling.
It's like he pumps his arms up with a bicycle pump, isn't it? Massive biceps. Look how tight that top is. Do you order that specially?
I think it's just an extra small shirt.
Are you sure you're in the right sport?
I used to be a bit of a footy player, but you know, I like facing blokes that bowl 140, not weigh 140. So
ball, mate.
You've been absolutely fun, Chris, and I know it's tough playing without the fans here, but I can tell you everyone is watching and the whole city of Lahore is backing your team, so have a good game.
Yeah, thank you guys. Go the Qalandars.
Go the Lynn.
Boys, catch it there, Semi.
What have you guys had for lunch today? Because there's a serious amount of banter.
Catch it. Nice, nice, nice.
Making up for lack of special effects, no crowd, no fans, making you nice and happy.
Well, I have to say, 80% of the competition played in front of packed houses, and with the situation around the world, you've got to be cautious, and I think well done to the organisers for handling it well.
Bald.
But wherever you're watching from and whoever you're supporting, tweet us and maybe we'll mention you on air.
It's strange, isn't it? It's almost a purer game, more like you would see in club cricket, where there's few people around. You hear the crisp sound of bat on ball.
Maybe a run out, boys.
Really
Come
bringing the PSL almost back to what you at home, the viewer, would play on the weekends.
on. Oh, ball.
I don't know why the test players then crave, they want a stage to showcase their talent.
Be driven before that type of ball. Maybe a bit too much width.
I'm just trying to find out the reason why has changed the angle.
Yeah, spot on. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think you're exactly right. Maybe they're looking to defend a bit, but then why would you give this over to Shane Sharafridi? Is he your strike bowler? Maybe they're trying to keep LBW in the equation, but the ball has been swinging a little. Shane Sharafridi does get quite close to the stump, so LBW still is in play.
He almost becomes like a right-arm speedster. And that is a lot easier for a right-hander to face.
Yeah, and it takes away what makes him unique. He is unique because he is so accurate bowling over the wicket as a left-arm swing bowler. He's fast, and it's not someone that other teams will have faced consistently through this competition. Why take away that natural advantage that you have by coming around the wicket?
So that Moeen Ali's dismissal, was it the ball of the tournament?
That might be overstating things, Ramesh. It's been a lot of good balls.
What?
It's definitely a contender.
There's a whole lot of good about it, but I'm not giving it ball of the tournament because of the length. It was just a bit of a half volley. I'm trying to set a very high bar here.
Edge and gone for 4. No slip in place. Why wouldn't you have a slip in place? Because he's your best man to get you a wicket. In rhythm, in control. He's the real strike force, has been for Qalandars. Give him some sport in the slip cordon.
The way they've been having that slip, almost like a floating slip, you wonder whether he would have gotten it as well. No question Ravi Bapara was trying to hit that down towards third man, but nowhere near as fine as that. Got away with it.
8 runs from the over. This partnership is building nicely for Sultans. 24 from 20. Can they gain more momentum?
Once again, that Yorker length with the new ball. That is pretty special from Afridi. 28 for 2.
Mohammed Noman has tweeted and he says, Qalandars will win easily today. Dilbar Hussain, ball in hand now. Over number 6, final over of the power play.
Oh, there's every chance. They've taken another couple of wickets in the power play. They've taken 21 wickets in the power play, 7 more than the nearest best side across this PSL. They've been so threatening. A reminder though, one of those games was when Ravi Bapara went to town and I think it was 6 for 21 in the power play. But they have been so threatening. One thing they've also been very good at is striking late in their batting innings, striking at 10.9 in the final 5 overs of their batting effort. With such an inexperienced bowling lineup against them today, I wonder if that will tell apart in this contest.
Well, Masood, 15 of 12. Bapara, 11 of 12. Mark Butcher has joined us in commentary. What have you made of the start?
Well, it's obviously not a great one for the Sultans. Pitch has played a little bit on the slow side. Expected to see that in the day game. There's plenty of little hairline cracks on it. It's been used before as well, so it shouldn't be a free scoring contest. The question as to whether the Sultans can build something they can defend.
Powered away, and 4 runs over mid-wicket. Setting it up really nicely here, despite early wickets. Masood and Bapara gaining some nice momentum.
Once again, a stunning shot from Ravi Bapara. Next to no foot movement. This ball does just sit up nicely for him. He pounces all over it. No, Butcher, I just wonder what your read on this pitch is. So far, it does look a fraction slow.
No, entirely that. And for that reason, I wouldn't have been surprised if either team winning the toss had decided to bat first. I know that the Sultans have lost a couple of early wickets, but you have to factor in that they are a team that has qualified, and they qualified at a canter. It's the Qalandars who are under pressure.
Well, there's been a great way to interact with HBL PSL 5 and the Fantasy League underway, Crick and Jeff Fantasy League, and congratulations to the winners. You can win up to 30,000 rupees, so get involved, especially at this time where there's not an opportunity to move around too much. Fantasy League cricket is a good bet.
And the local birds, the kites, they are absolutely everywhere, all over Lahore. Must be thousands outside the hotel where we stay. Beautiful birds.
Seven runs off the over. Last ball of this power play. Good over, just 8 from it. It's 6 overs gone here at Gaddafi Stadium, 36 for 2.